How's everybody doing? My name is Kurt Friedrich and I'm the owner-driver of CFRacing, and welcome to our second post-race video of the 2025 racing season. First off, I want to start by thanking my family, Malou, Ty, and Tad, for coming out to the track and helping out. Mainly Malou for all of her help. Ty and Tad are mainly just running around and playing the whole time. I want to thank our sponsors, Gyms by Danny on eBay. Gyms by Danny on eBay is an online sales website. Basically, they sell cheap gemstones and settings, loose gemstones and settings, basically for people who want to put a little bit of their customized touch to their jewelry pieces and have a little bit of their personalized design to their customized jewelry pieces. So please check out their website for your jewelry needs. Also want to thank TNT Stocks for their continued support. TNT Stocks is my YouTube page that I've created. Basically, it's a simulation of day trading. 1 week equals one simulated month. So check out their website or check out their site on YouTube, and hopefully you can get some useful information when it comes to day trading if you choose to go that route. Also want to thank Quick Signs for their support. Quick Signs helps me out with getting all the stickers and decals for the go-kart that we've been tearing them up over the past few weeks. It's kind of hard to get people to get some decals and stickers, believe it or not, but they've been coming through for me, so I'm glad to support them in their business. Also, Hanson Performance with the engines. Thanks to Corey Hanson for the horsepower he's putting under this go-kart with the clone motor that we use. And last but not least, I want to thank you all, the fans, for watching these videos. Every time I go and log on to Facebook, I see some of the past videos, and they are getting more and more views as we go along. We're averaging at least, anywhere between 10 to 15 views per video. Sometimes a little bit less than that, but it's definitely more than what it was a year or two when we started. So thank you all, the fans, for supporting our racing operation and follow along with our story. So speaking of the story, let's go ahead and start talking about the race events. We start off with practice, and basically in practice I just really wanted to get a feel for running the clone with this 2024 Recon. I haven't raced a clone since last year, and every time you get on the track again, you got to get comfortable in the seat again. It takes a few laps, so that's basically what I was doing in practice, was just really getting the hang of it. Nobody was catching me and passing me. I really wasn't catching anybody else passing them, but the people who were in front of me that I did see, I was pretty much keeping pace with them, so that was encouraging. As the track, we did get a lot of rain throughout the week, so the track was really soft in practice, but then once it was getting run in and harding it up, that's when the tire war and the tire game really came into play. So when it came to qualifying, I was still using some newer tires that I think were not the right tires to use. When it came to the Clone Heavy points, we qualified 12th out of 16, and then when it came to Clone Heavy Pro, we qualified 13th out of 14. And I was working some different things with the tires, tire pressures and stuff like that, which I think hurt me when it came to qualifying for Heavy Pro. But on the bright side, compared to previous years, pretty much since I came back to racing after coming off the Army Reserves, we always qualified dead last no matter how many karts were in the class. Qualifying 12th out of 16 in heavy points, hey, that's a big plus for us. We were no longer the slowest kart out on the track. Still would like to see better out of the Pro Heavy and not qualify 13th out of 14. When it came to the races, Tad, he got to run his first juice box race. He finished that race 4th out of 6. So pretty good for his first time going out there. Racing against those other little kids. He was mainly just out there kind of having fun, playing with the steering wheel, and hey, it's his first time being out there doing this sort of thing, so let him just go have fun, do stupid stuff and not take it too seriously. But it was fun to watch him out there playing. When it came to the races, all right, let's talk about clone heavy points. Start of the race, we did get involved in one accident. I kind of seen it materializing in front of me where they were really kind of bumping into each other, and a few carts ahead of me. So yeah, I started 12th, so it's probably really about 8th or 9th. I could see them kind of getting jammed up, and when that happened, then I got hit from behind and pushed into it, really pushed into it, and then carts in front of me started spinning out. I felt like I was a bowling ball splitting pins. I had carts spinning to the inside. I tried to go outside of that one, carts to the outside, and I pretty much hit both of them, and then I spun out myself. But no, for me, no serious damage or anything like that. It did, can't see it from that angle. It did take off the pinstripe here on the left front, put some tire marks on there, did some more damage to the right side body work, but nothing too serious. Not like before, where I felt like I needed to take the body off, or keep the body off the go-kart. I'll have some little bit of fiberglass that I got to do some patchwork on it, but no, nothing too big. Once the race got going again, I did lose a few spots on the restart. Was able to maintain speed with the carts ahead of me, but really didn't have enough speed to really make any moves on anybody, so I was really just trying to keep pace with them. There was a couple carts that I could see falling back to me, and so I was just kind of trying to maintain, trying to keep pace with them, and then once those carts fell back to me, then hopefully I was going to pass them. But then in turn 3, going into turn 3, I got a little bit high, got into the loose start. When it got into the loose start, then then it was just along for the ride. Kept getting further and further up the track, and then finally just spun out. And once that happened, I was like, all right, I saw I got a lap down, and then I went ahead and just pulled off the track to stay out of the other guys' ways who are either racing for points or racing for money. I didn't want to mess anything up for those guys. So I went ahead and pulled off the track. So that was a little bit disappointing. My mistake. We ended up finishing that race 14th out of 16. So then before the next race, I'm thinking to myself, last week in the first race of the season, I spun out by myself in one of the races. I know why that was. I spun out in this race by myself. I know why that was. I know what I did wrong in those two instances, but I'm like, once is a fluke, twice is a coincidence, 3 times is a habit, and I'm about to start making a habit out of this. So going into the next race, I really didn't want to spin out by myself, so I was being a little bit more cautious in this race. I wanted to complete it and finish all the laps. Like I said, this one we started 13th out of 14, passed a few carts right there on the very beginning, and then after that I was able to run down another cart, just kind of slowly inching up on them, and then one of the things I want to work on is racing close to somebody's back bumper and getting a good run on them, and not really used to doing that. And talk about some of the goals is that's on the pre-race. One of the things to work on is getting a feel for the carts running in the pack, and I don't know if it was just the way the cart was handling or if it was being close to somebody, but it felt like as I was going in the corners, like the front of the cart just wasn't in the track, and I would lose them going in the corner and then gain on them coming out of the corner. So I was able to pass him, then I got passed back by somebody else, and then he got by me again, and then I was able to get by, past another cart again. So it was a lot of back and forth racing, so that was pretty fun. And I didn't spin out by myself. I did finish the race and ended up finishing that race 8th out of 14. But it was, it got to where it was a handful. I mean, the cart really tightened up, really hard to turn. In the last few laps, it was everything that I could do really just to finish the race. But our goals, mainly, I don't have it on here, but mainly wanted to go out there and have some fun and learn some stuff and get some experience. I did have fun. I did learn some stuff. I did get some experience. And and I wasn't as competitive as, first goal was to be competitive. We were more competitive than we were before running the clone, not as competitive as I wanted to be, but those guys who I was racing in the pro clone, one of them, they posted the points. One of the guys, he's the points leader of clone points, clone heavy points. The other guy I've raced against him before, and he's won races at Capital City Speedway. So here I am battling with the guys who won races or who is leading the points. So that's a pretty big deal to be able to say that I was racing with them. When so yes, we were being competitive, still not being consistent because I spun out on my own and didn't finish one of the races. We didn't finish up front, but I think for us, when I look at where we weren't that far off. We were really only about 0.3 of a second off from the fastest guy. Where before we've been 6 to 7/10 of a second off from the lead. So this time around with the clone, we're in the pack racing with them. We're still in the back, but in the pack racing with them. Tires were a big thing. I think I know what the situation was with the tires, what we needed to do different. Really, there wasn't a whole lot that I could do different. But you never know. On a given weekend, hit the tires just right, and maybe we can run up front with them. But it's tough when we run only a few races out of the year, and the guy who won this class, he ran like 5 races, and I think he won 4 out of the 5 races he ran that night. So pretty big deal to say that we were able to be competitive with those guys. I'm sure I'm forgetting some stuff because it was an eventful night, but we'll continue on with the video. Our next race is going to be at Capital City again. We're going to run the go-kart in the next race. And yeah, so that's pretty much what I got for the evening and for this video. So I'd like to finish up again thanking our sponsors. We are looking for a primary sponsor, so if anybody's interested in getting a little bit more exposure for your brand, I don't like to have a bare front bumper here, so I put flags on it from my country, Malou's country, and my state. But if you want to put your sticker here on the front and get a little bit more exposure for your company, and just remember, you're not just putting a decal on our go-kart, you're also considered a member of our team, and we'd be glad to help promote your business. I want to thank Gyms by Denny eBay for their continued support, TNT Stocks, and Quick Signs for their continued support. And last but not least, I want to thank Malou for filming these videos and all the help she does with the racing operation. And please don't forget to subscribe, comment, rate, share, all of the above. And we'll see you in a few weeks for the next pre-race video. Until then, take it easy.